My beloved child, today I come to speak to you about the dream home. This will be a visitation filled with love, an encounter wrapped in eternal promise and abundant grace. I long to speak with you, not merely as the Creator, but as a father who watches over every step of his beloved child. I want to share with you something I, myself, have planted deep within your soul, the dream of a home. Not merely a structure of bricks and stones, but a sacred place where your soul finds rest, where your heart rediscovers safety, where you can lift your head and say, "This is where I belong." And I have listened silently to every sigh, to every prayer whispered in the dark, even to the things you could not say out loud but carried in your tears that fell quietly through the night. I have seen the desires that seemed too small to mention, the dreams you stored in your heart since childhood. You may think that time and trials have faded them, but to me, they are still radiant, still as vivid as the day I first placed them within you. I have not forgotten a single one. The home you've long awaited is not merely a roof to shield you from the rain or sun. I know what you've truly dreamed of, a place where you feel completely safe, where you don't have to wear strength like armor, where you can be your truest self, tender, vulnerable, yet wholly loved. You long for a space not just to rest your body, but to heal your soul, a dwelling bathed in light, filled with laughter echoing through its halls, where every corner bears the imprint of my presence. And I want you to know I am preparing that for you. Quietly, but surely. My dear one, I see every step you've taken on this journey to find such a home. I know there have been days you walked in the fog, unsure of direction, unable to see ahead, yet you chose to keep moving forward. I know you've stood at crossroads' own path leading to giving up, the other to hope, and you chose hope, even with trembling hands, even with a heart full of questions. You still held on to faith like a fragile thread you believed would never break. And it is this quiet faithfulness that moves me deeply. I do not require great accomplishments or grand achievements from you to love you. I do not measure you by what you have or by what others applaud. I look at your heart, a heart that loves, sacrifices, waits, and still believes. That is where I dwell. And because of that, the dream of a home is not some lofty, unrealistic wish. On the contrary, it is a sign that you are living within the orbit of what I have ordained. A home where you don't need to prove your worth, where you are fully accepted, is exactly what I desire to give you. My child, I know you have felt lost behind invisible walls pressures, responsibilities, loneliness, and wounds that have yet to fully heal. You've grown accustomed to hiding your pain behind a smile, to comforting yourself when no one else could. But now, I am calling you to lay those burdens down. Let me be your shelter, the one who builds for you, not just a dwelling for the body, but a sanctuary for your soul to find peace. A place where, the moment you walk in, you feel holiness in the air, warmth in the walls, and love pure and unconditional covering everything. Do you remember the times I whispered to you in the silence, when every door seemed to close, when your prayers appeared to go unanswered, when the dream of a home felt like nothing more than a distant longing? It was in those very moments that I was right beside you. Though I did not appear through thunder or lightning, I was therein, every gentle ray of light slipping through the window. In an unexpected embrace, a timely word of encouragement, a seemingly random but deeply meaningful act of help. That was me. affirming to you that I have never abandoned your dream, because I am the one who planted that dream deep within your heart from the beginning. Know this, my child, the dream home is not merely a matter of physical provision. It is a sacred mark of promise fulfilled. It is a symbol that I have not forgotten the covenant I made with those who trust in me. When I prepare a place of rest for you, I do not merely prepare walls and a roof. I prepare the right people, favorable conditions, and the very atmosphere of love, so that this place becomes a small piece of heaven on earth for you. Because what you need is not just a place to live, you need a home to be. A home where you can live fully, truly, and freely in the truth that you are loved and that you belong. So be patient just a little longer. Believe that I am working in the unseen. You may not see it yet with your eyes, but in the spiritual realm, all things are being arranged. The necessary pieces are falling into place, even when you feel as though you're standing still. In reality, you are being moved gently, but firmly by my hand. I have not abandoned you in the process, nor will I allow your dream to be buried. Every step you take is bringing you closer to the place where your soul will find rest. Remember, what I am preparing for, you will exceed everything you have imagined. I am not merely building a house, I am creating an environment where your faith will be nourished. Your love will expand, and your life will be restored. You will no longer walk with a heavy heart. For that home will be the place where you lay down every burden and begin a new chapter with peace reigning in your soul. I also want you to know this. The dream home is not just a gift, it is a reward for your faithfulness. It is a sign of our journey together, a monument of trust built through every step of faith. Those who have wept in silence, those who have not given up even when doubt filled their hearts, those who kept walking when everything screamed for them to stop, these are the ones I choose to glorify myself through. You, my beloved, are one of them, and the home I have promised you will stand as living proof that not a single one of your tears was in vain. Open your heart to this new hope. Do not let the disappointments of the past cloud your vision of the future. The doors that once shut were not the end. They were simply preparation for the right door, at the right time, to be opened. And when it opens, you will not have to knock. You will walk through and know instantly, this is the place I was destined for from the very beginning. And, my child, I am moving, and no power on earth or in heaven can stop what I have ordained. Keep holding on to your faith. Nurture a grateful heart. Live with holy expectation. On the day you step into that home, you will find more than just shelter for your body. You will find yourself again. And in every brick, every beam, every ray of sunlight pouring through the window, you will realize one thing: I never left you. I have been with you every step of the way, every single moment. My beloved child, when you step into that house, I want to smile and say to you, welcome home. This is the dwelling place I have prepared especially for you. This is where your heart will find rest. And this is the proof that my love for you is real, deep, complete, and unchanging. My precious one, be at peace. I am not a God who forgets what I have promised. Everything you have been waiting for, though it has been delayed time and again, even when it seemed to fade away, has been carefully cradled and perfectly prepared by me. Not a single drop of your sweat has been wasted. Not one of your sighs has been overlooked. Every time you chose to keep walking without seeing the outcome, you were planting holy seeds that I am now ready to cause to blossom and bear fruit. My child, I come to you today not merely to comfort you, but to declare something certain. My word never returns void, and what I am about to do in your life will far exceed anything you have ever imagined or hoped for. In the next 3 months, you will not only feel it, you will witness it with your own eyes. I will open doors that no one can shut. The things that once hindered you, intimidated you, or wounded, you will now retreat before my power. The walls that blocked your path will crumble, and the promised land will unfold before you as clearly as the morning light. This is not just temporary encouragement, nor is it empty consolation. This is a divine proclamation from the very one who formed you. I don't just know your desires, I share them. That dream is also my dream for you. The good things you long for are not in opposition to my will. On the contrary, they reflect the very desires I planted in your heart from the beginning. I am the one who sows the seed, and I am also the one who sends the rain in its season. Your harvest season is drawing near. So, my dear one, keep your faith steadfast, even if nothing around you seems to have changed yet. True transformation always begins in the unseen realm, with quiet movements in the spiritual before they manifest in the physical world. Prepare your heart as a farmer prepares the storehouse for a great harvest. Ready your soul to receive my faithfulness. Do not let weariness cause you to give up just when the door is about to open. Do not let negative voices drown out the voice I am speaking into your spirit. I know you have experienced disappointment, that you've opened your heart only to close it again when things did not go as hoped. But this time, you will not be disappointed. My intervention will be unmistakable, decisive, and filled with power. Everything I do will leave your heart overwhelmed with awe and gratitude. The days of silent tears will be exchanged for days of rejoicing. The place where you once felt rejected will become the place where you are honored and embraced. What was taken from you will be restored not merely in full, but multiplied beyond measure. Engrave this deeply in your heart. I am not limited by time, nor am I bound by circumstances. What may seem to have passed, and the opportunities you believe are lost forever, these are, in my eyes, simply necessary transitions to make way for something more complete. I do not allow anything in your life to happen by chance. Everything unfolds according to a divine plan, intricately designed with wisdom and infinite love. And now, as the appointed time has come, I want you to know I am initiating a new season in your life, a sacred journey marked by restoration, divine movement, and the full measure of my faithfulness. The 3 months ahead will not resemble the days you have known. This is not merely a passage of time, but a holy transition season in which I will lead you step by step closer to what I have promised. I am inviting you to walk this path with steadfast hope, not because of what your eyes can see, but because you know with certainty who holds your destiny. Let your faith rest in me, not in your circumstances, for I am the faithful one, the one who has never broken a promise to a single soul who placed their trust in me. Do not let your heart tremble when things around you begin to shift. True transformation often comes with great change. It may shake what you once thought was stable, but do not fear. It is I who am orchestrating every movement. Nothing happens apart from my permission, and nothing arrives that I will not use for a greater purpose. My hands are not only your place of refuge, they are the hands that gently rearrange, prune what is no longer needed, open new doors, and guide you straight into the center of my will. My beloved child, What I have begun in you will not be abandoned. The word I have spoken will not fall into emptiness. I forget nothing, and I delay nothing without purpose. Everything is moving in the perfect timing of heaven, and you are now at the threshold of a blessed transition. Never forget, I am not only the beginning, I am also the finisher. I will bring to completion what I have started. Therefore, my child, remain alert. Open your heart each day with gratitude. As one who eagerly awaits a miracle already assured, a new chapter is being written, and on the very first page, your name is inscribed with my everlasting love. I am at work, and the wonders to come will not happen because you are strong enough, but because I never fail to keep my word. Keep walking with faith and thanksgiving, for you are stepping into a new season I have long prepared just for you. My beloved one, do not hesitate to trust fully. Let your faith become the bridge through which my miracles touch your reality. I will do it not because you meet the standards of the world, but because you are the one I have chosen, the one I love, and the one I have made ready to receive the blessing. So lift your head high, open wide your heart, keep walking forward in hope, for I, your Creator, am moving on your behalf, and all that I do will be for your eternal good, for my glory, and as a testimony that my love for you is everlasting. My child, you do not need to strain yourself trying to make everything happen your own way. Let me do it for you in a way that is gentle yet unshakably firm. I am quietly paving the way, arranging things you cannot yet see, the people who will support you, the unexpected opportunities, the resources that once seemed out of reach. All of these are being placed into position. Nothing is random. No one enters your journey by accident. Every detail is a part of the loving plan I have crafted long ago. For I know exactly what you need, where you need it, and when. My beloved, that house you once envisioned in your mind, that you've described in your prayers and imagined during sleepless nights, it will not merely be a shelter for your body, but a sacred space where your soul will find healing. Every brick, every window pane, every ray of morning light that streams in will serve as a living testimony that I have heard you, that the desires you poured out so earnestly were never ignored or forgotten. And when you step into that place, you will feel my presence saturating every corner. No grand declarations are needed, just a quiet, unmistakable peace that lets you know I was here before you, preparing everything to welcome you. And from that day forward, each morning will no longer feel like the beginning of a battle, but a chance to live fully in gratitude, resting in a deep and abiding peace, knowing you are living in the very miracle I promised you. My precious one, I never place you in a season of waiting without a response in mind. Every moment you hold on in patience, every time you choose not to give up, every silent tear you swallow, they all hold weight. I see them, and I treasure them. Your waiting is laying the foundation for the new home. That home will not be for you alone. It will be a beacon, a place of welcome, a space where love is spread, where anyone who enters might taste a glimpse of heaven on earth. I will use that very place to showcase my mercy, so that those who feel lost or hopeless, when they look at your life, will know there is still a faithful one. There are still promises being fulfilled. I have chosen you to be a dwelling place for my glory, and your home will be a symbol of that truth. So, do not be discouraged if you are still waiting. I know there are times you feel weary, even tempted to doubt, wondering if I've forgotten or if the dream is simply too distant. But I tell you this, the very moment you can no longer see the way forward is the moment I am laying the groundwork for the miracle. The moment you feel out of strength is when my grace begins to operate in its fullest power. I am never late, and I have never missed an appointment. Soon, you will look back and understand why things unfolded the way they did. Because had you entered that home too early, you would not have cherished it the way you will when you walk in at the appointed time I have set. There are wounds that needed healing first, connections that had to be formed, doors that only the right people could open. And I am doing all of that not to delay you, but to ensure that when you walk in, you will enter with your whole heart, without fear, without doubt, only overflowing gratitude. My child, live each day with hope. Every morning, remind yourself that you are getting closer to the dream. Every night, let your soul rest in the certainty that my promise still stands, sand. I am still moving. Do not let fear dim the light within you. Do not let anyone convince you that the dream is too far away. For I, the one who planted that dream in your heart, am also the one who will bring it to completion. My dear child, prepare your heart not with restlessness, but with quiet trust. Open yourself, ready not only to receive a house, but also a new season in your life, one where you will live in the fulfillment of what you once dared to hope for and see with your own eyes what you once only whispered in prayer. My beloved one, the dream home is being completed not only in the physical realm, but first and foremost within your own soul. When you are ready, you will step into it. And when that time comes, you will understand that everything was worth it. Every moment of waiting, every tear, every earnest prayer, none of it was in vain. All of it has been part of the journey leading you to the fullness I have prepared for you since the beginning of time. My precious child, I long for you to boldly declare from the depths of your heart, "The Lord is always with me." Speak these words with unwavering faith, and let this declaration echo within your soul every single day. You will come to know that my love for you is unconditional, and I am always willing to give you far more than what you could ever imagine or ask for. My child, I am about to lead you into a season of breakthrough, a defining chapter in your life where past struggles will no longer hold the power to define who you are. The challenges you once thought you'd never overcome will soon be the very stepping stones, lifting you to higher and more solid ground. The faith you have quietly nurtured, even in moments of deepest despair, will now be revealed vividly and powerfully in the natural realm. I speak to you today. That house is on its way to you, and it will arrive at the most perfect moment I have ordained. Nothing in this world can hinder the plan I have set in motion exclusively for you. Miracles beyond your wildest imagination are waiting just ahead, and you will be amazed at how I fulfill the very desires you have carried in your heart. The foundation of that dream home will not be built solely with visible materials, but with resilient faith, steadfast trust, and my boundless grace. I will give you not merely a shelter, but a true dwelling place, sanctuary, overflowing with love, joy, and peace in every room. It will be a home where my presence is ever near, gently comforting you, walking with you each day. In that place, you will never feel alone, for I myself will dwell with you, covering and protecting you every single moment. My beloved child, the plans you've drawn, for the dreams you've imagined, for your future home, I will bring them to life. and even beyond what you could hope for, the desires you carry for your family, the beautiful memories you long to create within those walls. I will surpass them all. I am forging a path even when you cannot see it. And I am opening the door that leads to the place you've always dreamed of. Even now, I am positioning you where my provision and favor can become unmistakably real and undeniably present. Step into this season with a heart full of hope and faith. My beloved, do not let anxiety or doubt cause you to hesitate. Trust in my word today, that the house of peace and completeness is on its way to you. You will soon witness it with your own eyes, and when you do, your heart will overflow with joy and gratitude for my greatness. My beloved child, there are things you cannot yet see clearly with your own eyes. But know this, I am orchestrating all things with absolute authority and perfect precision. I am aligning the right people, preparing the necessary resources, and arranging ideal circumstances to transform the deepest dream in your heart into a tangible reality. What once seemed impossible, what once appeared to be doors forever shut, will now begin to open, one by one, under the weight of my limitless power. In the days to come, you will begin to sense my guiding hand more tangibly in your life. Resources you never imagined will be provided at the precise moment of need. People you've never met will become trustworthy allies, loyal companions, who will walk beside you and support you on the journey toward the very thing your heart has longed for. Situations that once made you hesitate or lose heart will be transformed into divine opportunities, bringing you closer to the dream home you have held within your soul. My beloved, the home you have longed for is not merely a gift, it is a living sign of my unconditional love and unwavering faithfulness to you. This desire for a home was not placed in your heart as a test, but rather as a sacred invitation to come to know my limitless mercy and power. When you finally walk into that home, every brick, every wall, and every doorway will whisper a divine reminder. I have heard you, I have remembered you, and I am faithful to fulfill what I have spoken. In the days ahead, I want your heart not only to be full of hope, but firmly anchored in quiet joy and deep peace. Each morning, before the sun touches the earth, let this gentle reminder rise within your soul. The dream you have carried is closer now than ever before. And each night, as darkness settles and you prepare for rest, let this sacred truth comfort your spirit. No moment of waiting has been wasted. No flicker of hope has been in vain when it has been entrusted to me. You have walked through seasons of testing, through waits that felt endless, through prayers that seemed unanswered in the ways you expected. But, dear one, it was in those very silent moments that I laid the foundation stones for the home you dream of, a place not merely to dwell, but a consecrated space where you will receive restoration, affirmation, and the undeniable presence of my spirit. Stand firm with courage. The time is drawing near, time when I will fulfill my promise with clarity and power in your life. What I speak to you today is not only a word of comfort, but a word infused with divine authority to unlock what has long been appointed for you. Live with unshakable faith, not because everything appears bright to the natural eye, but because you know with certainty that the one who promised is faithful. He is the rock. His works are perfect, and all his ways are just. A faithful God who does no wrong. Upright and just is he. Deuteronomy 32:4. Know this, your expectation is not a mirage. On the contrary, it is evidence that my spirit is stirring within you, a vision for something that was prepared for you before the foundation of the world. Prepare your spirit, for the blessings that are coming will not only transform your circumstances, but will also ripple into the lives of those around you. The abundance I am about to pour out will not be limited to the material, but will overflow into your spirit, your relationships, and the deep wellspring of joy within your soul. Let your life become a light within the very home I am preparing to give you. Do not merely dream of sturdy walls or sunlit windows, but envision a place so filled with my presence that no trace of darkness can remain. Imagine prayers rising from within that space like fragrant incense ascending directly to my throne. Picture your smile each time you walk through the door, knowing that you have not merely found a place to live, but that you have stepped into the very space destined for you, a place where you truly belong. I want you to know that the vision you are carrying in your heart is not just imagination. It is a promise slowly taking form, transitioning from the unseen into the visible realm. Do not allow any doubt to steal that promise from your hands. What I have shown you is real, and it will come alive at the appointed time. Hold on to it, as a farmer waits patiently for harvest. Do not be afraid when you see no change for a while, for in the spiritual realm, doors are already swinging open. My beloved child, I see every quiet step you've taken on this journey. Not a single tear shed in solitude has gone unnoticed by me. Not one sigh has been ignored. In the moments when you felt invisible, when no one seemed to notice how hard you were trying, I was the one watching most closely. Every sacrifice, every time you refused to compromise with disappointment, every decision to believe, even when you saw nothing, these are all etched into my eternal memory. The Lord has indeed seen your misery and heard your cries. Exodus 3:7. My dear one, none of your efforts have been in vain. Even in the moments when you were too weary to pray, when all you could whisper was, "Please help me," I heard, and I responded. Even before you saw any result, my hand was already at work, moving silently behind the scenes. Remember, you do not walk this path alone. I go before you to make the way clear. I stand beside you to strengthen you, and I follow behind to guard you. In every wave that threatened to overwhelm you, I was the anchor keeping your heart from drifting away. Believe this with unwavering certainty. The home I have set apart for you is not merely a reward for your endurance, but a divine confirmation that you have stepped into the season of your faithful harvest. Every room will be a living testimony that my love has never left you. Every corner will remind you that you were preserved, cherished, and led by the one who never fails to fulfill his promises. Do not forget, for no matter how many promises God has made, they are yes in Christ. And so through him, the Amen is spoken by us to the glory of God. 2 Corinthians 1:20. Now, my child, let your heart be filled with hope, not because everything is easy, but because you know I am the one who makes the impossible possible. I never bring something to an end without ushering in something new. And now I say to you, do not prepare only with your hands, prepare with your heart. Open wide your spirit to receive abundant keynote just for yourself, but for those who will be touched through your life. For that house is not merely your dream, it is a living sign to everyone around you that I am still the God who fulfills promises. The moment you step into that home, you will understand that every season of waiting was worth it. And when you look back, there will be no room for doubt or regret, only a heart overflowing with gratitude and a conviction that cannot be shaken. The challenges you face are not meant to discourage you. but to strengthen your faith and your courage. The limitations you once thought were impossible to overcome, I will transform them into solid stepping stones, leading you into a future filled with hope. Nothing in your journey is random or meaningless within the perfect plan I have designed specifically for you. Now, I want to remind you that the promises I placed within your heart have not changed. Over the next 3 months, you will witness with your own eyes the clear fulfillment of each of those promises. Doors you believe to be permanently shut will open wide before you. Resources you need, even from unexpected places, will be provided in full and right on time. People you've never met before will walk into your life as trustworthy companions and allies, helping you move closer to the dreams you've long carried within you. Understand this deeply. The dream home you're moving toward is not merely a material gift, but the most vivid sign of my boundless love and unwavering faithfulness toward you. For this reason, I call you to let your heart be filled with hope, joy, and peace in the days ahead. Let every breath you take be a bold declaration of absolute faith in the goodness I am preparing for you. I want you to know clearly that everything you have endured is about to bear sweet and meaningful fruit. Your perseverance and sincere faith will unlock the door through which miracles will pour into your life. You will clearly see my hand moving in power, guiding you into new territories that you once only dared to imagine in the privacy of your heart. My beloved child, stand stronger than ever, for the time to receive what I have promised is drawing very near. The words I speak to you today are the very keys that will unlock wonders beyond your imagination. Do not let fear or doubt hold you back, for I am walking with you, leading your every step, covering you with my protection and grace every single day. Trust with full assurance that the best is yet to come, and that you are only at the beginning of the great journey I have prepared for you. The immense blessings that are on their way to you will not stop with your life alone, but will overflow, bringing hope and joy to those around you. My beloved one, in these coming 3 months, you will witness extraordinary doors, opening doors you never even imagined existed. You will experience divine favor appearing in surprising ways, in places you least expect. Those who once caused you to hesitate will become precious allies, and the resources you need will arrive in miraculous ways, leaving you in awe of my power and grace. And when that time comes, you will look back on the path you've traveled and recognize clearly that it was my own hand that accomplished every one of these wonders, leading you to the place your heart has long yearned for. It is I, with infinite love and great mercy, who will bring to life the dream you've held so dearly within your heart. Right now, I desire for you to boldly and faithfully declare, "The Lord is with me." Let these words resound from the depths of your soul, for they are not mere statements, they are living truth in your life. I am with you always, ever present and ever protecting. In every step you take, every decision you make, and every dream you nurture, the dream home you are looking toward is not merely a personal desire, but a sacred promise I made for you even before you became aware of it. I am preparing not only a physical house, but also a spiritual sanctuary where love, joy, peace, and my presence will fill every space and every hidden corner. My child, that home will be a powerful symbol of my kindness, mercy, and authority over your life. You will not only receive this blessing, but also become a wise and gracious steward of this precious gift. You will use it to serve others, to create beautiful memories, and to radiate my love in every act, in every word that flows from your mouth. The road ahead will surely not be free of difficulty, Trials and obstacles will still arise. Yet I want you to always remember that I will be with you to support, to comfort, and to guide you through every challenge. When you face the unknown, trust that it is I who will lead you. When doubt and fear approach, remember that it is I who will speak peace into your heart. I urge you to remain steadfast in faith and patient in hope. For what you are about to witness is only the beginning of the greater things I will continue to do in your life. Know that the work I am doing now extends far beyond the next 3 months. It reaches into your future and the generations that follow. What you are building today is not only a visible home, but a lasting spiritual legacy, a firm foundation that will endure beyond time. My child, live each day in peace, placing your complete trust in my love and power. I am the one who makes the impossible possible, the one who brings every dream you cherish into reality. Your dream home will come to be, for I have promised and I always keep my word. My beloved one, incline your heart and listen closely. For I do not speak through loud noise or flowery words, but through a stillness that awakens your soul. I come to whisper to you something sacred. I love you deeply, completely, unconditionally. Nothing you do can make me love you more, and no mistake can make me love you less. My love for you is a ceaseless river, surpassing all understanding, transcending the limits of time and space. I have always watched over you, not only in your moments of strength, but also in your times of brokenness. Every sigh, every hidden tear that falls does not disappear into emptiness. It falls into my heart, and it moves me. No part of your journey has been forgotten by me. No silent longing you hold has escaped my notice. Even the things you dared not ask for, thinking them too grand, I have seen from the very beginning. For I am the one who placed those very desires within you. I want you to remember the people of Israel. For 40 years, they wandered, facing countless trials, suffering under Egypt's cruel oppression. Through those long years, they cried out for deliverance, and it often seemed hopeless as Pharaoh's heart remained hardened. But I never abandoned them. I provided for them in the most miraculous ways daily manna from heaven to satisfy their hunger and water from barren rock to quench their thirst. Even when they lost faith, grumbled, and complained, I remained faithful to my word and led them into the promised land, overflowing with blessings. Throughout that long journey, my provision and protection never ceased, because I am always faithful. Surely you have not forgotten how, when the desperation of my people reached its peak, I moved in power and wonder. It was I who called Moses, someone seemingly unqualified and incapable, and appointed him as the leader who would bring my people out from the chains of slavery. Through signs and wonders that no one could deny, I made the whole world witness my power when I parted the Red Sea, led Israel across on dry ground, and drowned the entire Egyptian army behind them. That was a glorious victory, something mankind could never have imagined possible. But with me, nothing is impossible. My beloved child, my story did not end there. At the appointed time, I sent my Son, Jesus Christ, into the world to bestow the greatest blessing of all eternal salvation. The people of Israel longed for a mighty king, but I sent a humble Savior, born in a simple manger in a small and quiet town. He did not come in the way the world expected, but the blessing he brought far surpassed anything humanity could conceive. Through his life, his sacrifice, and his glorious resurrection, I opened the way for reconciliation, giving eternal life to all who would place their faith in him. Now the time has come for me to move heaven and earth on your behalf. In the next 90 days, you will not only witness transformation, but you will step into an anointed journey, a path prepared for you since the beginning of time. Dreams that once felt distant will begin to take shape, not symbolically or vaguely, but tangibly, clearly, and unmistakably. I will act in your life in ways no one expects. Not even you, my precious child. I will not merely touch the areas you are waiting for me to move in. I will also awaken the forgotten parts within you. The gifts, the vision, and the courage that have been buried under years of delay and discouragement. I will stir what has lain dormant. I will open doors that no one can shut. What you once perceived as delay was, in fact, my quiet preparation so that when you enter in, you will do so with maturity, gratitude, and wisdom. Lift your eyes to me. My child, in this world, there are so many things pulling your gaze downward: circumstances, worries, discouraging voices, the weariness of the soul. But I want you to look up, not to escape reality, but to remember that a higher reality is always in motion. Your eyes are the gate of your faith. When you look to me, you are declaring that you choose to believe in the one who never changes, even when everything else around you does. Know this with certainty: the home you've long dreamed of, the place of rest for both body and spirit, is drawing near. Each stone has been laid, each detail is being completed, and I am preparing your heart not only to receive it, but to live in it in a manner worthy of what I give. Because this house will not merely be a dwelling place, it will be the fulfillment of a promise. It will become a sacred space where you and I will commune in every breath, where my presence will dwell so richly that even others will feel it the moment they step inside. I also want you to look again at the story of David, a simple, humble shepherd boy. When the prophet Samuel was sent to anoint the next king of Israel, even David's own father did not consider him worthy. He only presented his older sons to the prophet. But I, the one who sees beyond outward appearances and searches the heart, saw the sincerity and devotion in David's heart. That is why I anointed him the youngest, the least expected to become a great king. When my people stood before the giant Goliath, it was David, armed with nothing but a sling and a small stone, who brought down the giant and delivered Israel from humiliation and threat. While the world saw a weak boy, I saw a mighty warrior. When others believed victory was impossible, I turned the impossible into a visible and miraculous reality. The reason I want you to remember these meaningful stories about my children, those who went through what seemed like hopeless seasons and yet received extraordinary blessings from me, because even in your darkest moments, when hope feels depleted, you must know that I am working silently behind the scenes, turning impossibilities into breakthroughs. My ways are not like human reasoning, and my timing is always perfect. I tell you all of this so that you may understand. Every trial you are facing today is not a dead end, but rather the beginning of something wondrous I am about to unfold in your life. Just as I delivered the Israelites from Egypt, just as I led Gideon to victory over the Midianites, just as I empowered David to defeat Goliath, so too will you witness my power and my mercy in each step you take. My beloved, keep your eyes fixed on me. Stand firm in your faith and trust that what I have promised you will surely come to pass. The dream of a home you've long cherished is not a fleeting desire, but a firm promise from me. So be steadfast, and do not doubt, for it is I who will guide each step you take, who will protect and sustain you in every circumstance. Rest in my promises, knowing that I will never leave your side, and that the most glorious things are still waiting ahead. You will not come to receive your home empty-handed. You will arrive with a soul that has been molded, with a faith refined through fire, and with a heart deeply grounded in gratitude. I do not simply want you to have that house. I want you to become the person that house was always waiting for. Because the place I'm giving you is not merely a shelter, it is the ground upon which you will grow, bear fruit, and become a dwelling place for other souls who are yearning for light. Trust me, my child, not with fleeting feelings, but with firm decisions, with the quiet of a soul that rests in confidence, with the actions of someone who, even without seeing, still dares to walk forward. And you will see more clearly than ever my hand weaving every detail into perfect alignment. My dear one, do not worry about the means, and do not try to measure what I can do through the narrow lens of human reasoning. I am not confined by budgets, or numbers, or the limited resources of the world. I am the creator of all things. If I feed the birds of the air and clothe the lilies of the field, would I not care for you, my beloved child whom I love with everlasting love? He who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also, along with him, graciously give us all things? Romans 8:32. My beloved child, you are about to step into a new season, not just one of ease, but a season of fulfillment. This is the season when all I have promised will be revealed not merely through words, but through living evidence. And when you look back, you will realize that every step, whether difficult or unclear, has led you to this very moment. The moment when you understand, I have always been there, always guiding, always preparing, always loving. So, my child, stand firm in your heart. Live each day as though you are standing on the threshold of fulfillment. Prepare your heart not only to receive, but also to offer. The home that is coming is not just for you, but also for those who are lost and searching for their way back. I am walking beside you, leading you to the place your heart has longed for. The home of your dreams is not simply a final destination, but the beginning of many greater things I have prepared for your life. In the next 3 months, I will allow you to experience divine, encounter-sacred, and unforgettable moments that will astonish you with how perfectly I orchestrate every detail. The things you have prayed for, waited on, and believed in will quickly come into view, unfolding before your eyes. Each passing day will confirm with certainty that it is my hand directing every detail to bring this dream to life. You will see those who once posed challenges become trusted allies, and unexpected resources will flow into your life exactly when you need them most. All doubts will vanish as you witness everything aligning in a way that is so harmonious, so beautiful, that only I could have arranged it. What your eyes have not seen, your ears have not heard, and your imagination has not conceived, these are the things I am preparing for you in the very near future. Right now, take a few quiet moments to clearly imagine your dream home. See each room, each window, and every small corner that I will graciously give to you. Feel the comfort and uncontainable joy that will fill your heart as you walk into this house, a house that is my special gift to you. This vision is not merely a beautiful dream, it is a firm promise from me, and you are about to witness its complete manifestation. My dear one, I am also preparing you to become a wise and worthy steward of the great blessing that is coming your way. You will care for and use this home with tenderness, generosity, and sincere love. It will be a place where you welcome loved ones, where my love abounds and overflows to all who enter. Your dream is about to come true, and nothing can stop it. I have spoken, and what I have spoken will surely come to pass. Rejoice, my beloved, for the best is still ahead of you. Your dream home is on its way, and the time for it to become reality is very near. My beloved child, now listen. Be steadfast and without doubt, for it is I who will guide each step you take, protect you, and keep you safe through every circumstance. Rest in my promises, knowing that I will never leave your side, and that the most wonderful things are still waiting ahead of you. I long for you to live each day in peace and hope, fully trusting that I am the one who is always faithful, who always keeps my word, and who always works all things for the good of my children. The dream home you are hoping for is not merely a wish, it is a clear and tangible sign of my faithfulness, my grace, and my everlasting love for you. Prepare your heart to receive it, for my blessing is drawing very near. I want you to deeply understand that the greatest blessings often arrive at the most unexpected moments. You may feel like you're standing on the brink of despair, as though all your strength and resources have run dry and there's no way forward. But it is precisely in such moments that I will reveal my power and my mercy in the most undeniable and complete way. I am the one who turns what seems impossible into breathtaking reality, and you are about to witness that in your own life. In the next 3 months, I will pour out abundant blessings upon you. These blessings are not meant for you alone. They will overflow and become a source of life for many around you. I am preparing you to be a good steward, someone who reflects my kindness and goodness to everyone you meet. Your faithfulness and perseverance will bring encouragement and hope to those walking through their own valleys of hardship. But child, I must also caution you in the days to come. Do not let your heart be shaken by the circumstances that may arise. I know that at times, the weight of trials can make you wonder whether I'm listening, whether my promises still stand. But today I say this to you clearly and firmly: every word I have spoken will come to pass. My promises never return void. They always carry life, hope, and peace wherever they go. My beloved one, I want you to remember the times when you stood at the crossroads, feeling uncertain and worn out, unsure whether you had the strength to take another step. In those very moments, I was right beside you, quietly working behind the scenes in ways you could not yet see. Everything that unfolds in your life is part of my perfect and grace-filled plan. Today's difficulties will not hinder the goodness I have prepared for your future. In the next 3 months, you will witness the fulfillment of the wonders I have promised. The house will come merely as a grand gift you've long dreamed of, not just as a physical shelter, but as a living testimony of my faithfulness, my power, and my boundless love for you. Hold tightly to hope and let joy fill your heart. The miracles about to unfold will not only transform your life, but will become a source of inspiration, I hope, and blessing for many others. Your faithfulness and courage during this past season have laid a firm foundation for great wonders to take place. I want you to know that every effort, every sacrifice you've made has been seen by me and will bear beautiful fruit. And in this very moment, I remind you again do not fear, and do not hesitate to walk boldly into the future I have prepared for you. Be confident, knowing that I am with you in every moment of your journey. The limits you once faced will soon dissolve. The hardships that once caused you to doubt will be replaced by strength and unshakable faith. Let every breath you take, every step you walk, be a living testimony of your complete trust in my good and perfect plan. I love you forever, and my love never changes. I will always provide, always lead, always protect, so that you may walk into the goodness and greatness I have specifically designed for your life. Remain firm in your faith and steadfast in your endurance, for every promise I have spoken will surely be fulfilled. I am always ready to perform wondrous things far beyond what you can imagine. Right at this very moment, be bold and place your absolute trust in me. From the depths of your heart, declare with unwavering confidence, "The Lord is always with me." For in that declaration, a mysterious new chapter of your life will be opened that is radiant and overflowing with joy. Click subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that together we may receive the living words, build a strong and unshakable faith, and walk in the boundless love of the Lord. Amen.